Hello guys. Welcome back. Today, we're going to master the word actually.
Yes, actually is such a useful word. It can mean so many things in different contexts.
That's right, actually can be used to correct someone or to emphasize something.
It's a great word to use when you want to change the direction of a conversation too.
Exactly. For example, if someone says something and you want to correct them, you can say, actually, that's not quite right.
It's also used when you want to give more information. Like, actually, I've been to Paris before.
Actually, this is a great word to show your attention to detail. It helps with clarity.
Yes, and in popular culture, you hear actually all the time, especially on talk shows.
Right. For instance, actually, in the movie The Devil Wears Prada, the character says this often.
Exactly. It's so common in English, and it's good to use it in casual conversations.
Actually, we can also use it to surprise someone or to reveal something unexpected.
Yes, like, actually, I didn't know you were a fan of mystery books. That's a surprise.
That's a perfect example. Actually helps you show that you're adding something new or different.
And you can use it to soften a correction. For instance, if someone says something wrong, you can say, actually, it's this way.
Yes, you're correcting them gently, not harshly. It's a nice way to fix mistakes.
And you can also use actually to express that you've thought about something deeply.
Actually, I think you're right. That makes sense. It's a way of confirming thoughts.
Exactly. It shows that you're considering new information, like when discussing ideas.
And in conversations, it helps fill the space when you're thinking about what to say next.
Yes, like, actually, let me think about that for a moment before I answer.
That's a great use. Actually can also show that you're about to reveal something important.
Yes, like, actually, I'm planning to move to New York next year. It's a big decision.
Actually, in this case, it gives the listener a hint that something significant is coming.
It's a way to add weight to your words. It makes the message feel more impactful.
I love how actually can change the mood of a conversation. It makes things more dynamic.
For sure. And you can use actually to express confusion or surprise. Like, actually, how did that happen?
Exactly. Or if you're unsure about something, you can say, actually, I'm not sure about that.
That's a great point. Actually, it makes your speech sound more natural and reflective.
It's also useful when you want to emphasize a point. Like, actually, it's very important to stay focused.
Yes. And in arguments or debates, it can help you make your opinion stronger.
Like, actually, I disagree with that statement. It's a polite but firm way of expressing your thoughts.
I've noticed that native speakers use actually to clarify a misunderstanding.
Yes. Like, if someone thinks you're saying one thing, you can say, actually, I meant something else.
It's a nice way to clear things up without sounding rude or confrontational.
Actually, it's a versatile word. You can use it in so many situations. It's really useful.
Definitely. In fact, it's great when you're summarizing something. Like, actually, here's what I think.
That's true. It makes your summary sound clearer and more decisive.
It's great in informal conversations, but also professional ones. It's so flexible.
Yes, actually, it helps you sound confident in any conversation, whether at work or at a party.
Right. And when you want to emphasize that something is different from what others might think.
Exactly. Actually, it's not as hard as people think. It just requires a little practice.
For sure. Actually, I remember when I first started learning English, it took time to master.
That's a great point. Actually, you just need to be consistent, and it will come naturally.
And don't worry if you make mistakes while using actually. It's all part of the process.
Definitely. Every mistake teaches you how to use it better. Actually, it's part of the journey to fluency.
And once you get comfortable with it, you'll notice that actually just flows into your conversations.
Yes, actually, I've used it in so many conversations today already. It's become second nature.
It's a great feeling when you can use a word confidently and without thinking about it too much.
That's right, and actually makes you sound more fluent and connected with the language.
Actually, the more you use it, the more comfortable you become with it. It's like practice.
Actually, this conversation is going so well. We're covering so many ways to use the word.
It's amazing. And we've given so many examples to help people understand how to use it.
I agree. Actually, I think this video is really going to help people. Hopefully, they enjoyed it.
Yes. If you liked this video, leave a like and don't forget to subscribe for more tips.
Actually, this means you're erasing any doubts you have about how to use actually.
It's a great feeling to unlock the ability to speak more naturally and confidently.
Fluent in English is a goal, and mastering words like actually is one big step toward it.
Truly becoming fluent in English is possible with practice and patience. Keep going, everyone.
Actually, we've already shared how it can be used to correct, surprise, or clarify things.
Right. But we also want to mention how actually can be a part of popular culture and common sayings.
For sure. You hear actually all the time in movies and TV shows. Like, in Friends, Ross often says, "Actually, I'm a paleontologist."
That's a great example. It shows that actually is used for emphasis, even in entertainment.
Exactly. And in popular culture, people use actually to reveal something surprising or unexpected.
For instance, you could say, "Actually, I've never been to New York, even though everyone thinks I have."
Yes, and actually is used all the time in English-speaking countries. It's a really natural word.
Definitely. It's a word that connects people. For example, in the UK, you hear it a lot when explaining something.
Oh, that's true. Like in British English, people might say, "Actually, that's not how it works."
Exactly. And in American English, we often use actually in casual conversations too.
It's so versatile. You can even use it to express a contrast like, Actually, I don't think that's the best idea.
It helps to present an alternative view, especially when you want to change the direction of a conversation.
Right, and it's also a way to soften the impact when you disagree. Actually, I see it differently.
Yes, it's such a useful word for sounding polite and thoughtful while you express yourself.
That's a good point. Actually, in discussions, it's great to say, actually, I have a different perspective.
It makes conversations flow more naturally, and you can use it in both formal and informal settings.
Actually, I've even heard it used in debates and political discussions to correct or clarify.
For sure, and it's often used when someone presents a fact or a statement that's incorrect.
Yes. For example, actually, that statistic isn't accurate. Let me show you the real numbers.
That's a solid use of actually. It's great for setting the record straight in a friendly way.
And I love how it's used to give more information. Like, actually, I've been working on a new project.
Actually, it's a great way to make sure you're sharing what's important, especially in a busy world.
Yes, and it really helps in situations when you want to add something you forgot earlier.
Like, actually, I forgot to tell you. I'm going to a concert this weekend. It's going to be cool.
And in everyday life, it's useful when you're surprised by new information. Actually, I didn't know that.
Exactly. And sometimes actually helps to add a bit of humor. Actually, that's not quite what I meant.
It can make the conversation more relaxed. And it can even bring a smile to someone's face.
And if you've been following along with us, actually you now know how powerful this word can be.
Actually, you can start using it in your daily conversations. You'll sound much more fluent.
That's true. It's really about practice. And if you're unsure, remember to start small and build up.
Exactly. Actually, mastering small words like actually can make a huge difference in your fluency.
And, you know, it can be a lot of fun when you start noticing how often you use it in real life.
Yes. It's like when you finally realize that you're using a word correctly and it feels natural.
That's a great feeling. And we hope that by watching this video, you're feeling more confident.
We've given you a lot of examples, so hopefully, this should be an interesting video for you.
We've covered so many ways to use actually in conversation, in writing, and even in professional settings.
You've probably noticed by now that actually is one of those words that really unlocks your ability to speak confidently.
It's like a small key that opens up more advanced and natural ways of expressing yourself.
And remember, using actually makes you sound more polished and well-spoken. It's a real asset.
Fluent in English is a goal we all want to achieve. And mastering small words can help you get there.
It's true. And once you feel comfortable with actually, you'll be able to think and speak faster.
Actually, it's also about feeling comfortable in conversations, which is key to fluency.
Truly becoming fluent in English is possible when you master these little words, one by one.
Exactly. And remember, even native speakers use actually all the time. It's totally normal.
So in theory, if you keep practicing, you'll use actually naturally without thinking twice.
Yes. And don't be afraid to experiment with it. Try different situations and see how it works.
It's all about trying and learning. And if you make a mistake, don't worry, just keep going.
And before we wrap up, leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and don't forget to subscribe.
Yes, definitely. This helps us create more useful content for you. We love sharing these tips.
We hope that after this conversation, you feel more comfortable using actually in your speech.
Actually, we're excited to see how this helps you in your learning journey.
Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can comment below, and we'll get back to you.
And actually, we look forward to seeing how you use the word in your daily conversations. Keep practicing. Bye.